Hello and welcome back, everybody. We are getting after it with the NFL Week 8 Pick'em Picks presented by Underdog. If you are not already a member of Underdog, please do so. Use promo code LineStar, play $5 in entries, and get $100 in bonus funds. One of the best deals, one of the best promos there are out there right now. And if you do not already realize, make sure you take care of these promo offers. They don't last forever, and it is one of the biggest edge in this space. So thank you very much for joining using LineStar. What's going on, everybody? Showing up. John Lee, appreciate that. Josh, as always. Keem, I love the nickname Tank. It makes me laugh every single time. Absolutely appreciate you guys always showing up, and especially on this Saturday. I'm getting after it a little later. This show's usually done on Friday afternoon, but just got a little busy, so we're doing it live today. We're going to dive straight in. I'm your host, Tyler Wiemann, and also come join us at Props Optimizer. It is our absolutely free prop betting app. It's on Android. It's on iOS. Go to Props Optimizer or search it, download it. We also do have a link in the YouTube description. If you are watching on YouTube, you can click that and get it as well. You're going to see a bunch of different screenshots from the app. And now let's dig into it. We're going to start off with a review from last week. So we put out 6 picks. We hit 4. I did say we were doing a flex, so we got 0.4 back. So it wasn't a total loss here, but Winnington was a total no-show. Jordan Addison crushed for us. Rashee Rice had a great day. It just didn't get higher than 65.5. Sutton did it. Pierce did it. CD did it. Now let's run it back and let's get after some props for today. So getting on over to our prop picks, we're going to start it off with Matthew Golden. He's been over in 60% of the last 5, 50% over the last 10, which obviously there hasn't been 10 because he is a rookie, but the line is 40.5. Our LineStar projection is 54.6 and the consensus is 43.9. Now we have a bunch of different moving factors here. One, with Matthew Golden and the Packers, they are without Dontavian Wicks, still Jaden Reed being out. I think Matthew Golden is going to play a ton, as he has really down this stretch here while their wide receivers have been banged up a bit. Now, Christian Watson is expected to be back here, but I don't think he's going to play a ton of snaps. And Matthew Golden's been around 70% of snaps after the bye. He is an explosive wide receiver, and he is in an interesting spot versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. On LineStar, we have a 5-star alert score on it. The Steelers haven't been great versus wide receiver. They're giving up 184.7 yards per game on the season, ranking 30th. Meanwhile, over the last 4, Golden's averaging 58.3. It's a decent matchup. There's also some added narrative in this game, as it is Aaron Rodgers versus the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is going to want to bring it, probably be a little more aggressive than he generally is. And that should play up in the favor of the game script for Matthew Golden and also the other side with the Steelers. Now, let's get into our next pick. And that is Jaylen Warren. So Jaylen Warren, we're going higher than 18.5 receiving yards. On the season, he's hit 80%. Over the last 10, hit over 70%. Over the last 5, it's 80%. Our LineStar projections 23.4, consensus is 20.9. Now, like I said, Aaron Rodgers is going to want to get to be a little aggressive in this spot. We got a 3.5-star alert score. Rodgers likes Warren. He continually goes to him and checks down. 4 receptions for 31 versus Cincinnati. 2 for 11 versus Cleveland, but he was playing a little bit limited in this game. It was his first one back off injury, and then 5 for 34, 4 for 86. And this was the week that he was like, yeah, we really do need to make sure we keep going to Warren. And ever since he has. So I like the spot for Jaylen Warren to get over in this spot. And LineStar likes it. Props Optimizer likes it. The consensus likes it. JP Bruno, Golden's on my fantasy team. I follow him. He has a Q designation and got banged up this week. Yes, he does have a Q designation. I expect him to go. Christian Watson is back, but understand the Christian Watson injury was a bad one. They're not going to throw him out full go. Watson is going to play. Malik Heath has been playing 40%. I would expect that, he's taking more of Malik Heath's playing time than Golden's. But yes, I agree. They do a lot of the similar things, but I'm just not really scared of Christian Watson in this spot. In his first game back, when we already have Wicks out, I think Golden's going to play plenty, and this line is a little bit low for him. Getting back to Warren, we love the spot. Now, let's get into our next pick, and that is Van Jefferson. We're going higher than 29.5 receiving yards. LineStar's at 35.4. Consensus is at 30.4. And the thing with Van Jefferson is he's been the wide receiver 1 since Calvin Ridley has been out. He played 85%. The wide receiver 2. He played 85% of the snaps in week 7, 74% in week 6. Alec Iomanner played 93 and 96. He's acting as the 1, but Van Jefferson is playing a near every down role. And I think it's a very interesting one because he has been extremely safe so far. Whenever he has got played, he has done enough. We only need 30 yards here. We're not expecting, the world. And target wise, 6 targets 2 weeks ago, 4 targets last week. I expect them have to throw quite a bit versus this Indianapolis Colts team that is allowing 213.5 receiving yards per game to the wide receiver over the last 4 games. They're in a dome. They're ranking 32nd. And I think that Ward is going to be okay. We've also seen this Tennessee offense turn around a little bit. By no means are they good, but they're going to be throwing the ball a decent amount. And with that, I think we can go to Van Jefferson. I agree. Tennessee is a scary one, but I think in this spot, they're going to be throwing so much that it's fine. And the other aspect is that Cam Ward has just looked significantly better ever since McCoy has taken over. So I think there's some safety there. I think he's running a lot of routes. He's on the field a lot. The line is super low. And the Colts, you've been able to pick on them defensively lately. They've been letting a lot of wide receiver yards and passing yards go. Next, let's get after it with Alvin Kamara, and we're going higher than 22.5 receiving yards. LineStar's at 27, consensus at 24.3. Alvin Kamara is in a tough spot versus Tampa Bay. It is very hard to rush versus Tampa Bay, but they are at home, and Kamara's better at home in the receiving game. So far, over the last 4, he's averaging 4 receptions for 19 yards, but Tampa Bay gives it up to the running backs through the air on the season, allowing 5.3 receptions per game and 61.6 yards. Over the last 4, 5.5 and 54, both time frames. They're obviously been giving it up to the running back. Then you add in the fact that Kendre Miller is gone, and this spot looks a lot more interesting here. The other aspect is in this matchup for his career, he's hit over in 60%. He's also better at home in the receiving game. So I think it's a very interesting spot to go Alvin Kamara higher than 22.5. Next, let's get over to our next pick, and we got Cam Ward. I know, Keem, I know you're scared, but we're going back to it. We also have a comeback with this one. We're doing a little stack on this pick'em slate, but we got Cam Ward higher than 205.5 passing yards. LineStar is at 240. Our consensus odds are showing under, but I also have seen multiple industry, projections out there that are showing well to the over, just like we are, and we're going after it. Opponent rank this season, passing yard wise, the Colts are giving up 273.4 per game on the year, 335.8 over the last 4. It is a very interesting spot. Cam Ward is on the very top of our team defense tool. The Colts have just been hemorrhaging passing yards to the quarterback. I think Cam Ward hits. Also, since McCoy has taken over, he has 255 yards versus the Patriots, 222 versus the Raiders. Both game scripts were ones that they were behind in having to throw. I think it's that case once again today. Simply put, he's going to have to sling the ball a lot, and I expect Cam Ward to do enough to get over. Do I expect him to have a great game? By all means, no, but I do like the spot. And last but surely not least, we got to round this out with Jonathan Taylor. If we're going to go to Tennessee, guys, the most likely way that those two hit is if Jonathan Taylor is having a day. And Godzilla, I'll get to your question in a second here. Jonathan Taylor is in just an absolutely prime spot. Last week, we talked about this prime spot with Quinshon Judkins and him having a wild 96.5 line. And Jonathan Taylor, who is a better running back, is at 100. It's wild that he is only at 4 higher than what Quinshon Judkins is. Opponent rank this season, or opponent is allowing 113 yards per game. Taylor averaging 99.6. He is an absolute beast. The wildest thing for me is if you look at Taylor's prop projections, he's like minus 380 for a touchdown, and 100 yards is his line. The dude is going to have a day. I think we got to go to Jonathan Taylor. And at home, over the last 10 games, he's hitting at a 62% rate. And that's versus everybody. That's not versus the very worst rush defense in the league. So I think we can go to JT here and get over. Now, round it out with all of our picks. We got Matthew Golden higher than 40.5. We got Jaylen Warren higher than 18.5. Alvin Kamara higher than 22.5. Van Jefferson higher than 29.5. Cam Ward over 205.5. And Jonathan Taylor at 100.5. If you are using Underdog, make sure you hit the 50% bonus that is there today. That brings the flex up to 28.9x. Let's go. Let's have a day. Let's hit it hard. Now let's get to the question here. Do you think Henry is still a must start even after Lamar Jackson injury? I do not think he's a must start. I think he's going to get plenty of work, and if you have him on your fantasy team, I doubt you have many other options to start there, but I still think he's in a pretty good spot versus the Bears, and I would not mind going there. Let's see. We got, there he is. King Henry, Bears 23rd versus RB1 on our team defense tool. They're giving it up in the touchdown category. They're giving it up 2 yards. And really, it only takes King Henry 1 rush to make it happen. On FanDuel, where he's priced like 800 or 8K. I don't like him as much on DraftKings at 6K. I think he's very, very interesting. With Zay Flowers, I don't know if Zay Flowers stays super chalky, I can't get there. If it looks like his ownership is going to drop significantly, I don't mind playing him. As far as a season long, it's another spot where I don't know if you have too many better options. If you do have one, especially on like buy apocalypse week, then, maybe play somebody else over Zay. Is Chase Brown in a prime matchup versus the Jets? I almost put Chase Brown prop up here. The line is 54.5 for his rushing. And with how I see this game playing out, I see the Bengals kind of being able to control the game very easily. And with that, I think he's going to get plenty of rushing attempts. And this Jets defense is not that scary. They are a little bit better than people think, though. We do have them 10th versus RB. But I think Chase Brown is going to get a ton of opportunities. And if you have him in your season long, this could be opportunity to sell high on him. Well, not high, but higher than what it was, as I think people are going to be like, oh, this offense is good again with Flacco. Chase Brown, is going to be fine the rest of the season. And the reality, I do not think he will be fine the rest of the season. However, I think he will be fine for this week, and you can definitely play him. And I will be playing him DFS a little bit. And if I had him still on any teams that I didn't trade him away, I'd probably be playing him there as well. All right, guys, we got any other questions here? I'll wait for a couple minutes here before logging out and going to enjoy the rest of my Saturday before we get wild with NFL tomorrow. So as always, guys, please hit the like button. It helps us tremendously, just improve our reach. And, we're a small company, a small team, and every little bit helps. Also, dropping reviews on the App Store for LineStar app or Props Optimizer helps us a ton. Really appreciate all the support from you guys. That is going to... Oh, is Jackson Dart trustworthy? Whew. Well, I don't know if trustworthy is the right answer there, but I think with his rushing upside, there is enough there where you can keep playing him in fantasy. He has had a touchdown last week, only 11 yards, but Denver's hard to rush on as a QB. Outside of that, he's been over 50 yards rushing at least every single game. So I don't mind having him. If you need to go to him in a fantasy league, it's not a terrible spot. I have drafted him in a couple of those underdog daily contests, so I don't mind going there a little bit. Not sure if you fields fantasy questions here, but would you play Calvin Austin, Mooney, or Kendrick Bourne? Ouch. I would probably go with either Mooney or Bourne. There's obviously issues to each path. At least Mac Jones and Bourne have an obvious connection there. But George Kittle is back, and he's not going to go catchless many weeks ever. Mooney is in a very good spot. And, but one... I mean, we got, it looks like we got Kirk Cousins going. So that's a little bit of an issue. As far as we don't know if Cousins is going to be like back, or he was just so hurt still last year that it wasn't happening. But the upside is probably versus Miami. The issue here is, do the Falcons even have to pass in the second half? They could just be running the ball an absolute ton. But yeah, so I would be saying Mooney or Bourne, and maybe Bourne. That's a tough one, but definitely not Calvin Austin. Jackson Dart or Daniel Jones. Ooh. I mean, Daniel Jones is going to get his. It's just got to be in the first half. If you need the giant week, I would say, if you need a giant week, I'd say probably Jackson Dart because the rushing upside. But Daniel Jones is, gonna be fine. Like he's gonna get his points. So there's the safety aspect there. Versus Miami, he had the 2 rushing touchdowns as a blowout. He had 17 versus the Raiders, which, was another blowout. I think that on the downside, you're looking at, 15, 16 for DJ, but you could get 25-ish. Yeah, Kincaid's still questionable. That's the issue there, but I mean, he's definitely in a good spot. I think Coleman's a little interesting too, if you want to go there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us today. I got to get going. I got some lunch to get to. You all have a good one. Please join us at Props Optimizer. It was nice hanging out with you guys on a Saturday. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It helps us a ton, and we will talk to you later. Peace.